Hi, I'm Charles Gregory, and we're out getting man-on-the-street responses for the mayor. The mayor would like the Philadelphia residents to be informed about the pending budget cutbacks. So I decided to go out in our neighborhoods and get genuine responses. And this is what the people had to say.
Jalen Marietta,
Okay, and what section of the city are you from?
Northeast.
Are you aware of the financial crisis that Philadelphia is in right now?
Yeah. I know they're cutting down libraries. I think it's 13 libraries throughout the whole city. I know a lot of social service agencies have been cut down in terms of the budgeting that they're getting. I feel like it's unfortunate, especially the libraries. I think that it's really important that kids have access to the library. I mean, Philadelphia is one of the biggest cities that doesn't have a good literacy program for kids. And the fact that they don't have no libraries available for them, that causes more concern.
My name is Solomon Perry,
Okay. What part of the city are you from?
North Philadelphia.
How do you feel about the present fiscal crisis in Philadelphia?
Well, from what I understand and from what I feel about it is like issues have been there prior to the mayor stepping in office, and they are issues that need to be resolved because just like a seed, things grow. So the issues have to be resolved, but still, nevertheless, I don't feel we as a people in the city need to be suffering from something that happened in the past that we as taxpayers have been paying and playing our part, but a lot of things lie within City Hall. And if somebody's been stealing from the budget or pocketing money from the budget or working and you could say accounting for more hours than what they should be getting paid for, I don't feel we as tax-paying citizens should have to bite that, and have to swallow that pill because it's not our pill because we've been doing what we're supposed to do on our end.
Right here, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fantastic. What state your name?
I'm Caroline Toohill.
Okay, and what part of the city are you from?
I am from right down the street. I'm an Art Institute student. I'm a photography major.
Fantastic. So, are you aware of the present fiscal crisis that Philadelphia is in right now?
I am. I'm not happy about it. It's making me very sad. Well, I think that he should just stop with this whole, taking down the libraries because libraries are such a wonderful part of the world. I mean, without libraries, we wouldn't have books to read. I mean, think about the children that can't even afford a book, that they can go to the library and get a free library card and they can read. Think about all the poor children that dream of reading. I mean, I, as a babysitter in the summer, had children come up to me and say, "Would you please read me a book?" Taking them to the library is probably the best thing you could do for a child in today's world.
Okay, state your name.
Demetrius,
Okay, what part of the Philadelphia are you from?
North Philly.
North Philly, okay. So are you aware of the present fiscal crisis that we're in right now today, Philadelphia?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and what do you think?
Well, I think he going about it the wrong way. There's a lot of things that's going on right now in the neighborhood with the youth. He's stopping the libraries, cutting back on a lot of those things. These kids need a place for them to go after school. To keep the crime down a little bit. If they have a youth center to go to, after school programs and everything like that, he can go to a lot of these big corporate buildings out here to, to cut back on them. Don't attack the community, so it's kind of hectic right now.
So you think it's an attack on the community?
I think it's an attack really on the black people. Now, I ain't gonna say more black, but I'll just say more of the lower class right now.
Bruce,
And what part of the city you from again?
University City. I heard on the news about him closing all the libraries and them not being utilized to their full capacity.
Okay, now it's not all libraries. That's the first. Okay.
Most libraries, excuse me. Okay. Some libraries that weren't being utilized. And at first I was a little skeptical about that decision, but then I thought, well, if they're being underutilized, that's some funding that could be, refiltered into some more valuable projects like the schools themselves. And neighborhood development and stuff like that.
My name is Lamar Scott, West Philly.
Okay. Yeah. West Philly, stand up, great, fantastic. So, are you aware of the financial crisis that Philadelphia is in right now?
Yeah, I heard about the mayor, cutting back with the pools and also the libraries. It always seems to. I don't want to make it racial, but it always seems to when people cut back, they always cut back stuff that affects the people that need it the most. And we need it the most. Like without the libraries, without the kids gonna really learn to do research on what they really need to learn and do. Like some kids don't have computers at home to go on the internet or have internet provider service for them to actually do research on some of the horrible things they need to do for school. So I feel as though that's just not fair. I just feel like some people, especially this mayor. I just feel this mayor he's catering to like other people. You know what I mean? He's not catering to the people that really need the most, the ones that's really hurting the most. People right here in this hood, especially. It seems like even when I grew up, they had a lot of programs over the years, like baseball, football, and basketball, and a lot of those programs ain't there no more. And they had a little bit of funding with them to, get some of these kids off the street.
My name's Alfred Good.
Okay, and what section of the city are you from?
I'm actually from outside the city in the Montgomery County area.
Okay.
But most of my family resides in the Northeast. Okay. My sister, she's 15 years old, going through school. She's in the school in the Northeast, and as of right now, she's had trouble finding, extracurricular activities to do, places to go after school, because, of course, as a young child at 15, as a girl, nothing in the street is safe for her. So we're trying to, get her involved in so many things, and she has to go outside the city, basically to the Montgomery County, the Bucks County area to find something to do or get, extra education.
My name is Alan Stokes.
Okay, great, fantastic. So what part of the section, or what section of the city are you from?
I actually live in Winfield.
Winfield. So are you aware of the financial crisis that Philadelphia is in right now?
Yes, I am, and I have a very strong opinion about it.
Wow.
All of the cutbacks I think that's, happening, I think they're pretty much unnecessary. I think if we take money and spend it in the right places, we won't have to deal with all these cutbacks as far as like the libraries and the pools in the summertime. I think it's going to be a crazy summer if all these cutbacks actually do take place, because kids have nowhere to go. There aren't things to do. It's just going to be horrible. So.
Well, financially, it's affected me because I work for the Beacon programs, which is the after-school program, which is money is funneled through the city to run the programs, and like a lot of the programs have been cut back. A lot of the funding has been cut back. So I'm aware of the problem firsthand.
Dominic Washington.
Okay, and what section of the city are you from?
I'm from South Philly.
Okay, South Philly, that's great. So are you aware of the financial crisis that Philadelphia is in?
Yes.
And so what do you know about it?
I know that they're making a lot of cutbacks in fire department, police, and pools.
I know very little about it, but since I don't read the newspapers all the time, but sometimes it's front page news, so you can't help from seeing it.
That's right, we're still in the community, ladies and gentlemen. We're at 16th and Fairmount, and I found another gentleman. How are you, sir?
I'm good, how are you?
Fantastic. State your name.
Christopher Weaver.
Okay, and what section of the city are you from?
I actually live in West Philly, but I worship at the church that's currently behind you on the camera, so I'm here quite a bit.
So fantastic. So are you aware of the financial situation or the financial crisis that Philadelphia is in right now?
Yeah, I've been reading about it and researching as much as I can. Also, I have a lot of friends that work for the city, so I have like some inside stuff that I've been hearing, so it's a little bit disturbing.
So what, in terms of cutbacks, or what have you been hearing in the papers or in the media?
Well, one of my friends that's a paralegal for the legal department of the city called me one day because she was told that a lot of the city employees going to have to take 5 days off without pay. There's a hiring freeze. Like she had actually referred me to a position earlier last year that was open, and originally I was going to go and interview for it, but the person that wanted to hire me said she couldn't do it possibly until 2012 or 14 at the very latest. And I was just shocked to hear that, because basically a lot of the funding is going to a lot of different departments, and they're trying to transfer a lot of the funds to like the police department due to the high level of crimes and stuff. So basically the mayor kind of feel like that funneling the money into those particular areas are more important than trying to save jobs or whatever. Yeah.
Well, great. Well, fantastic. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you.